You know, they always say when the news is the news, it's not a good day in the news. But we got a lot to talk about today. We got Tucker Carlson on the right. We got Don Lemon on the left. Look, folks, I don't know about last night, but apparently Saturday night, Morgan Wallen let the liquor talk because he didn't even bother to show up at Oxford.
They're calling him Morgan Fallen now.
Yeah, well, all I know is I couldn't stand maybe 2 days on that Ole Miss campus either. But anyway, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Father Fortenberry, how are you this lovely evening?
Well, I had some mad women last night, but other than that, I'm doing well.
I thought you've always made women mad.
Well, I have, but they weren't mad at me this time.
Or more disappointed. Maybe disappointed is more what you do with women.
I'm used to disappointing women. That's right.
Doesn't it? Gary, the man who never disappoints a woman unless her name starts with a W. Hey, Gary, how are you this fine evening?
It's another day above ground, so I guess it's good.
Were you trying to go to see Morgan Wallen? Do you even know who Morgan Wallen is? Could you name a Morgan Wallen song?
I know he's got a mullet. That's about it.
He thought it was that black guy on the Saturday Night Live.
No, that's more. Is it
that's Morgan Fallen, isn't it?
Morgan Freeman.
No, it's Tracy Morgan.
Same thing.
Tracy Morgan. Have you ever seen Morgan Freeman, Tracy Morgan, or Morgan Wallen all in the same place?
No, they're all the same persons. Like the Trinity of Morgans.
Marty Marr. Have you lost your voice too?
I'm almost losing it.
Almost losing it. So, do we need to worry about you canceling your appearance here tonight?
No, I'm gonna be here tonight.
You're a man, ain't you?
I am a man.
He's a man.
Somehow I keep saying Marty.
That's a man.
Oh, I know.
I'm a man.
Because of that.
I'm 40. I'm a man.
I'm 40. I'm a man. Who said that? Wasn't that a coach?
Gundy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's also the one that said practice. We don't need no practice.
I thought that was Iverson.
Oh, you're right.
That was
Iverson. Never mind.
They look so much alike.
But look, here in the Mid-South is all the people talking about today. Morgan Wallen, who tried to be canceled. They almost canceled him, a year ago? Well, you couldn't tell because he sold out concert after concert after concert. His concert Saturday night sold out within minutes. He volunteered another concert on Sunday night.
Well, he didn't volunteer it.
Well, I think he did initially.
He volunteered another concert?
Because I bought tickets. I know they didn't volunteer it.
They weren't free tickets.
But apparently he had way too much fun Saturday because he lost his voice. We're going to say lost his voice. And was unable to perform on Sunday night. And look, there were a lot of mad people driving 2 hours back to Marion, Arkansas last night.
Oh, yes.
Man.
There's a lot of them.
But that's probably a short drive.
Look. Yeah. Charlie told me there was two little girls sitting down in front of her. They arrived 30 minutes before Morgan Wallen went on stage.
So they didn't even come watch all the.
Nope. They were stuck in traffic. They arrived 30 minutes before Morgan Wallen came on. They drove from Atlanta.
Yeah, I heard some people were from Tampa.
I saw somebody from Tampa. Look, and I know he's giving his money back, but
what if you bought them from a scalper?
Yeah, or any third party. I mean, the third party get paid twice.
I mean, how much do they spend on hotels?
Yeah,
driving, gas $3 something.
Not to mention all them cowboy hats folks bought for the only time they're gonna go to a concert, or the boots.
Dude, MG
the boots that they'll never
boots
that she may never wear again.
So, but here's what aggravates me the most is they're reimbursing the money, but he's not losing money on this.
No.
He is still going to make money.
He's selling out venue after venue. This will not change anything. Look, people have problems. People get sick. But the thing that's hurting, and I'm not sure it's hurting his image because that was his image already, is that he was out partying all night the night before, that he was at the LSU Ole Miss baseball game earlier in the day seen partaking in far too much alcohol. Now, is that true? I don't know. It's on social media.
What I do know is they're giving reimbursements back, but they waited so late to tell everybody that what they made on merchandise and concessions, which they get a part of, he's still going to make money on that concert.
An $18 beer.
Yep.
$18 beer. So, and there were no Budweiser products to be found from what I understand.
He can give that ticket money back. He's still going to make money.
Yep.
My poor daughter bought an $80 sweatshirt and didn't get to see this jackass.
I mean, how much does that sweatshirt cost to make? $10 at most?
Is his picture on the sweatshirt?
No, it has his tour dates. Which they can go and scribble Oxford off.
No, he performed once, so you go half off. You can go like half of Oxford, take it off of there.
Look, my favorite tweet I've seen though is that now everybody knows what it's like to sit at a Von Hemingway Stadium for 3 hours and be disappointed.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's pretty awesome.
Non-football fan.
No. Anyway, we hope you get well soon. We hope you get well soon, Morgan Wallen.
Get well.
I've been sick like that
I'm
before,
gonna say
too.
this: Hank Williams Jr. would have went out on the stage. They'd have to drag him
All
off.
I know is I went like 3 weeks with no voice, and I was here every episode. I didn't miss an episode.
He didn't get the hair of the dog.
Look, they didn't even know Marty had a voice until today.
Look,
Most people were watching.
You had to come out. We couldn't afford to refund nobody.
Yeah.
Well, y'all messed my mic up last time.
Should have made him a nice Bloody Mary, and he'd been out there.
So, other news today. When the news is in the news, that's not a good thing. Tucker Carlson, the 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. primetime slot for Fox News, one of their more controversial, I guess,
Yeah, absolutely.
people.
Yes.
He came out most recently with all the tapes from the January 6th conspiracy. He is out at Fox News as of about 10 a.m. today, maybe a little bit earlier. Producers lawsuit. Wait a minute. They allege there's a lawsuit right now against him alleging bullying, sexism, and anti-Semitism, and they claim him leaving Fox cost the company $500 million in value. He's that big a draw.
But
That's more than Bud Light's lost.
yeah. Did you say their stock will drop like 3% in like an hour?
We'll get to them in a little bit because they also fired.
But here's the interesting part about this. So they're saying that he was fired over the bad mouthing of Dominion.
They're not really saying.
Yeah, but that's what's suggested.
Exactly. That's what most people think.
But here's the interesting part: the people that own Dominion also own Fox. So technically, they sued themselves.
Are you sure about that?
It's a circle.
Yep, it's a write-off.
It's a write-off.
Are you sure? Because
Look
I
it up.
saw someone suggest Fox should have just bought Dominion.
I'm
pretty dope because it's not the other company that owns Dominion also owns Fox. It's
cannot.
not Halliburton. What's the other?
Halliburton.
It's not Halliburton. What's the other? BlackRock. It might be BlackRock.
They don't own Fox.
I don't know who owns Fox.
You sure?
I'm sure.
You looking at it right now? Who owns Fox?
No, I'm pulling it up.
Ted Turner.
No. I know at one point it was
Rupert Murdoch
CBS.
owns
At one
Fox
time,
News.
does he still own it?
Yeah, he's still the guy. But
So I told y'all wrong. Never mind. My bad.
Well,
no, you may have heard the same thing I heard, and they suggested they should buy it.
yeah.
I feel like I should be shunned now.
Maybe you should be fired. I think that's what he got fired for. Yeah. No, Rupert Murdoch, I think, is still primarily the owner. He's the top guy. But Dominion, who owns? Somebody did buy Dominion for $20 million just a couple years ago, so that they were having trouble understanding how it was worth the $700 million settlement. But
Well, I cannot confirm or deny this. Tucker may be coming to the patio.
Well, we've reached out to him.
Well, I've got some news for y'all. I may be going to Tucker's spot. Fox reached out to me today. But I told them I'm not so sure I could go to a company that would not mimic my views by letting someone like Tucker go. So,
so there you go.
Yeah, so we may be in. I'm gonna record it like Steven Crowder did, though, all of our negotiations.
Well, listen, all I know is CNN has a spot opened up. I'm gonna take it.
Would it not be awesome for him to move to CNN? How awesome! If I'm CNN and trying to change
Jamie?
Jamie and Don Lemon. Maybe Don Lemon. No, we're going to have Don Lemon and
Don Lamar
and Tucker.
And me and T's going to Fox. I'm going to CNN.
Hold on, where's DW? Did we fire DW?
No, DW.
Hold on, a lot of people are leaving.
Is in Atlanta.
Okay.
He's in Atlanta.
He went to go interview for a Tucker spot.
For a Tucker spot. A lot of things happened today.
I know. Actually, he could be in Atlanta because CNN's in Atlanta, aren't they?
Oh, he's going to CNN?
in Atlanta. Maybe they are.
I knew
Ted Turner.
wrong with DW.
Yeah, maybe they are. I think you're right. Maybe he.
Hey,
so look,
he could be interviewing
DW. If
Don
you
Lemon.
get on, what was it, CNN this morning? Take Don Lemon's place. Good luck to you. So we talked about Tucker Carlson. Who knows? But that was a big name. Don Lemon was let go earlier today as well. It's funny that both happened on the same day. He was also completely blindsided. Did you guys by any chance see the interview he had with Vivek Ramaswamy?
Yes, I saw that, yeah.
So they're saying that was the final deal. I know I hit it, didn't I? This guy is a brilliant dude. Vivek, he's running as a Republican candidate for president. He's announced presidency. He's built a tech firm. I think maybe it was even a bio firm, and he's decided he wants to run for president. And his stance is we've got to be a republic that's built off of the Bill of Rights of the constitutional republic. That's what I was looking for. Go back to our foundation. Well, he got into it with Don Lemon about the Second Amendment and what role that played in the advancement of African American
civil rights.
Civil rights. That's the right word, civil rights. And Don Lemon told him, no, it did not.
Was Don wrong?
Well, so basically, Don Lemon told him, if you're not a person of color, which he clearly is.
Yes,
he said, whatever you are is basically what Don Lemon said.
You don't have the right to talk about it because you're not black.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like Joe Biden said that, right?
Yeah,
but he still got.
I still think they got rid of him because I don't think women like Don Lemon because of what he stated.
Or he likes men.
He likes men. He likes men. I don't think men like him, but he likes
one
men.
does.
Yeah.
Maybe. So Don Lemon's out at CNN. He's 57 years old. He's been there for 17 years.
Is he 57? Man,
we
looks
just
good
talked.
For 57,
he actually does.
Yeah, they say black don't crack. Us white folks, we age terrible.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, you look 70 at least right now on camera here.
Thank you. I'm 72.
But yes, and he's been in the news a lot. Like we talked about some of this misogyny of him toward women. Yep. And one of the articles I saw said that he felt like because he was black and he was a gay man that it was like the Trump card. And I believe most of America would have probably told you the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But no, they let him go. He found out through his agent today.
So let me ask you this, and maybe I'm being overly optimistic, but is this, and I'm including Tucker in this too, is this an attempt at news media to try to go more mainstream or more middle of the road,
more moderate?
Yeah,
maybe?
moderate. I would love for that
to report the news where your opinions.
Because let's be honest, Tucker Carlson was far right.
Oh yeah,
he was. Yeah. Lemon and most of CNN far left.
Yeah, and I would love to see both of them try to go moderate.
I think podcasts are more for opinions, but the news should be just the news.
Should be news,
not opinions.
Fox isn't news.
But
Fox isn't news either.
Well, they have a section that is news. At 5 p.m. something like that. But Tucker Carlson followed by Ingraham, followed by Sean Hannity.
What's the other guy's name?
Those are opinion pieces. Those are pieces where they tell you their view of the news.
The problem is people on both sides sit around all day and watch these opinion pieces, take them as fact.
Yeah.
And they live in echo chambers.
That's exactly what it is.
If you ask anyone, they all know it. It's not. They're not surprised. They don't go, well, Tucker Carlson tells me all the news. But what you got to be able to do is like go through all the different point of view. It's good to listen to some other point of view that does not agree with you and try to understand where that comes from, because almost all of them is based on fact of some damn sort.
Yeah.
Or if it's not, if it's based on a lie or misinterpretation, then people need to know that too, and you don't have to beat them over the head with it. Yeah. But if I just like I thought Dominion was owned
Tucker probably told you that.
Tucker probably did.
Or was it who's the other guy that the gay frogs? You listen to him a lot.
Oh, Alex Jones.
Alex Jones probably told you that.
Make the frogs gay. But I would love to see us move towards a moderate news agency.
Yes, I think we just should report the news, the facts.
So let me ask y'all, when did y'all realize that the news slanted left? I had a
slanted left?
I had a moment and I was like, that's it. I realized it.
I will say I didn't really watch the news until probably about 2019, 2020, when we went through the whole with the Summer of Love.
Yeah.
And that's when I know when it was like peaceful protest and I see a fire in the background. I was like, oh.
Well, see now, so I always thought like headline news was trying to just report the news.
I used to think that too.
ABC, CBS, nightly news, NBC nightly news. I was like, those are news. Local news channels seem like they're reporting just stories, just top headlines. And really on those 24-hour news articles outside like headline, I always thought that they were opinionated.
Look, I remember
they were one way or the other.
I remember sitting there when the Hands Up, Don't Shoot, Michael.
Yeah, that was
started with
an F.
Yeah, St. Louis, huh?
It started with F, right? Michael.
Whatever his name
I know what you're talking about. It was in St. Louis.
So I was watching the news when Brian, what was his name? The guy's on the
Kilmeade?
No, the guy on NBC that got fired for lying about being Iraqi.
Oh, Brian, Walters.
No.
Brian Williams, that's it.
Yeah, Brian Williams.
Michael Brown, it wasn't an F.
Michael Brown, where am I thinking of
in
F?
Ferguson, Missouri.
But his response was the grand jury failed to reach or failed to indict him. And when the way he said it, it's instantly, it It wasn't they didn't reach an indictment or it was they failed. Yeah. And for somebody to fail, you have to mean you felt like there was a goal.
Yeah. But now it's just so obvious. Each side is
it's way obvious.
It's so polar opposite of each other. Like, okay, just give me the facts now, because all they're doing is inciting. I mean, they are inciting violence. Essentially, is what it is. It's making everybody polar opposites, and makes everybody angry.
They like to incite anger.
They do.
Both sides. AOC come out, I think, over the weekend, and it's kind of ironic Tucker Carlson was fired today because she was calling for Tucker Carlson basically to be muzzled, where his voice is not necessarily one that people listen to. They want it to be censored. And then he's fired today. But, I mean, that's the whole point of it seems like the Party of Freedom of Speech from the 70s, which is what all the hippies were, is no longer the Party of Freedom of Speech. It's freedom of speech as long as you say what I want you to say.
The same group that believed burning a flag was your freedom of speech now wants people to not talk about stuff that they disagree with.
Yeah,
and I still hate burning flags, but I do agree it's freedom of speech.
You're allowed to do that. It's fine.
On the same note, if I go burn an LGBT flag,
oh no, you probably get us banned.
Oh, I'd go to hell. You have to get drug off to prison, and
you'd be done. But you should be able to, if someone wants to wave whatever flag they want to, wave, they can wave, but don't take that flag out of somebody else's hand.
Like for a good example, and I use this a lot, is Kaepernick. At the get-go of it, I hated it. I was like, he shouldn't be doing that. Now I'm like, you know what? He had the right to do it.
He had the right to do it.
His company he worked for could have done something about it.
Yeah.
But he had the right to do it.
He could do whatever he wants. And he's not hurting nobody by doing it.
And that doesn't appear to be that big a deal anymore.
Not anymore.
It's become normalized. People, it's now less normal people to stand during the national anthem.
Actually, I disagree. When we're at football games, I look around and I know we're a rural town in Arkansas, but I mean, 95% of people at these football games are standing.
Yeah. I mean, but I would say that
that's take their hats off.
I would say that people that go to the football game are a totally different. It's a different part of society.
But even young kids, I've noticed.
Well, yeah, but I would still say the people that don't stand are the ones really not going to football games anymore.
Well, that's a good point.
I mean,
that's true.
I mean, those are the ones that are not going to stand. Are the ones that are not going to.
I mean, they're preparing for a rally the next day.
Yeah, they are. They don't have time to go football. They don't be like Morgan Wallen and not be available.
Last night,
the hell you Morgan Wallen?
Liquor talk. I've been singing that damn song in my head.
Morgan Fallen
all day.
He fell in Louisville too.
I wish he got hurt. I wish he got hurt.
All right, for more news that will blow your mind, folks, Hunter Biden. You remember last week we talked about Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Was he hanging out with Morgan Wallen last night?
Hey, I bet you they'd had a hell of a time. You know what? That'd be fun.
Yeah, but he'd let the cocaine talk.
Follow them with around. But, last week she called out Swalwell. Well, Hunter Biden calls for ethics investigation into Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene for her unhinged rhetoric because he said that. Let's see. What did he say? What did she say that he
said? Hunter said this.
Hunter should be talking about
because he said.
What does he care? He's not even a politician.
No, it's because she said that he was doing cocaine with prostitutes. I'm like, there's evidence to support it. Oh my god.
Well, I just heard that his baby mama is now going to sue him for
the one here in Arkansas
child support.
Yeah,
that's happening finally.
Yep.
She said the Biden crime family participated in human trafficking by soliciting prostitutes from the United States and abroad in countries like Russia and Ukraine. She said there's an entire crime enterprise wrapped around Joe Biden and his family.
What?
Well, I did say there's a whistleblower that's asked for
Yes. Did we not talk about that? Did I mention it? Maybe we didn't talk about it. I'll look it up.
It's a lot to dive into. We need a little more info on that.
We'll talk about it on Thursday. Yeah, yes, there's an anonymous whistleblower who wants protection because he says...
We'll talk about Thursday.
But no, I'm going to give you a lead into it that says that he knows he can prove that special care has been given Hunter Biden, which we should all know that because nothing's been happening.
Because didn't he work for the IRS?
It's tax related.
He worked for the IRS, and that's how he knows.
All right. Other news that might blow your mind. More than half of moms of boys with gender dysphoria have their own psychological issues, according to a resurfaced report.
More than half
of
moms with boys
who are suffering from gender dysphoria. So they want to be a different gender, that their moms have psychological issues.
So
Munchausen by
the mothers have
the mothers do. Munchausen by proxy.
That's
I mean, how different is that?
And let's also look at the trans community, how it mostly appears to be men wanting to be women. Is it because we make it so hard for men now?
I think part of it is.
Do we really make it that hard for men?
Yes.
Go on TikTok and look how many people say men are violent.
Yeah.
Not for any reason besides
masculinity is bad.
Testosterone is bad.
Is bad.
So I've asked the lady, I said, if men are violent, is it because of testosterone or DNA?
Both.
Well, so my response to that is, though, if it's DNA, then that means even transgender women are still violent.
Did I mention this the other day? I was having a discussion actually with my wife, and it was actually her idea, so I got to give it to her. But we may have briefly talked on it. Is the reason that little boys are wanting to become girls, or men want to become girls, because all of the movies now, men are portrayed as weak and women as strong. They're the heroine, they're the hero, and men are the heroine. And men,
heroine's a hell of a drug.
Then the men are these weak dummies that just kind of tagging along.
You big dummy.
Disney has turned their princesses into the heroes now, rather than someone that's saved by a...
Little Mermaid was a hero, I guess.
Yeah, she was a hero.
Rapunzel was probably a hero. What's the one with the shots to shoot the bows and arrows?
Oh, that was Brave.
Brave. Yeah.
That's a good movie. I liked it.
But now Mulan. But there was also a guy that was a hero too, so that was kind of...
Yeah. But yeah.
But if you go into the realm of the superheroes, and everything coming out right now is women.
Is it?
The new movie they got coming out in a few weeks, few months, whatever. It's 3 or 4 superhero women team up together.
Are they hot?
I think that was a movie I seen one time, but it probably couldn't be shown.
It's called Ghostbusters.
Well,
that's not the real Ghost. That's like the alternate universe Ghostbusters. That
so
never happened.
Bad.
That never happened.
They made what's his face look. He looked like an idiot. Oh, he was an idiot.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Now the new one they came out that
was pretty good,
dude. That was real good. Have you seen it?
No.
The new Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it was the third of the original too.
Okay.
It had the original cast in it.
And it's setting up for the next generation of Ghostbusters. It was good, but the one with the ladies should never happen.
I couldn't imagine being at the movie theater when the old Ghostbusters come out. Boy, I bet the movie theater went crazy.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
Speaking about this, Gays Against Groomers, have you guys heard of them?
They're going big time.
They're an organization that opposes the sexualization of children, released a travel warning advising predators and groomers to avoid Florida, because Florida's not going to play with you.
So y'all saw where they canceled the Pride Parade in Florida, right?
Yeah, because they wouldn't let kids go.
Yeah, they don't let kids in, so they're going to cancel the whole thing. Is that not suspicious?
They won't let. Okay, hold on.
So Florida made a law that you can't have kids at these pride parades.
Okay.
If they're doing anything lewd or partial nudity or anything like that, kids cannot be around. So
makes sense.
The pride parade's response was, "We just won't have it then."
Okay.
Yeah, if I can't groom kids, I'll be damned if I'm gonna have a parade.
Maybe that's what they wanted.
Hold on. Should we have a heterosexual parade where we have women?
Every parade is a heterosexual parade.
How do we know that?
Heterosexual.
Yep.
Heterosexual. Can we have heterosexual parade with half-dressed women and men?
How about we just have an all women, half-dressed woman parade, but not the fake women, the real women.
That's called a strip club. That's in.
Okay.
But they don't have parades though.
Look on Twitter.
They do have a parade on the.
Instead of them throwing candy, we throw money at them.
Yeah.
That's when they come out and say, "All right, everybody, we're going to march around and see the girls. They'll be up on stage." And man, that's a parade.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been to one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you don't normally remember. We have to find you. Anyway, but they did a Twitter, and it's a neat little post, travel warning for pedophiles and groomers. Do not go to Florida. I thought it was pretty cool.
I love it.
Well, I think the big problem is I think a lot of the people, LGBTQ, they're getting pulled into a lot of the stuff that they don't want to get pulled in.
They're getting pulled into the T stuff.
The T stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Dave Chappelle made a funny joke.
He did. That's old. That's an old joke.
That's an old one where it's like, hey.
They're driving a car and everybody's like the T. We're trying to get there and the T's are holding everybody back.
Now, some more. This is positive news. We've got a country to save. Larry Elder launched his 2024 presidential campaign.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, now Larry Elder, that's who I'm voting for.
We can enter a new American golden age, but we must choose a leader who can bring us there. Is he going in as a Republican?
Yeah, he'll be a Republican.
Larry Elder couldn't beat Gavin Newsom.
But where was he at? He's in California.
Yeah. He's not going to be,
Really?
Dude. I think DeSantis is still our best
He's
bet.
getting beat terribly.
Yes, he is. And Larry Elder, hands down, will be the best.
But now DeSantis has not declared he's running, and he shouldn't. He will ruin the rest of his political career. He should stay out of this race. He should. I think he should.
I think we should expel Biden and Trump where they both can't run. They're too old.
Biden, yeah.
Yeah, Biden's 81. So, Trump's 77. Will be 77.
They need an age limit bad. They need an age limit. They need a term limit.
Term limits, age limits. I mean, they have yet to be so old to get in. Was it like 35? I think you got till you can run for president.
So Elder said, "I don't feel I'm running against Trump. I'm running for president, and I'm not running against anybody on the Republican side. I'm running against Joe Biden if he runs or Kamala Harris if she runs."
Well, I hope Kamala runs.
Larry Elder's a sharp guy, man.
Yeah, he is. He look, he'd be a great candidate. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat Trump at anything.
I mean, obviously Tulsi Gabbard's not running because that's my dream president. But
there's also a new documentary. We're talking about Elder. You know, he tried to do or beat Gavin Newsom there. But a new documentary examines mass exodus from California. So we took paradise and turned it into hell. Former resident and current Californians might relate to personal accounts from the Golden State highlighting struggles with skyrocketing crime, a flailing education system, new construction hurdles, and a growing homeless epidemic. Leaving California, the untold story.
Yeah, aren't they taxing people that move out?
Yeah, they're trying to, but how do you do that?
Yeah, if you move, they still
their
tax
taxes
you.
Are like 50%. Them in New York, I think, have one of the highest tax brackets in the country.
Hey, look, at the bare minimum, if I'm paying 50% taxes, I shouldn't see people sleeping all over the street.
Did you see there's like an app where they show where the poop is?
Yeah, that was in San Francisco for a while now.
Yeah, they show up.
It's like Waze.
Yeah, it is. And look, it didn't take long before the whole city of San Francisco was just a big brown spot.
A big brown poop.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
I heard about it on the radio.
It's not even a joke.
It says poop located ahead.
Poop location.
Poop. It's like take a bigger step. Step over the poop. I mean, really. That's what we're up against.
It's good stuff.
No, it's not. It's terrible. It's terrible, terrible stuff.
And I always think about the old Bugs Bunny cartoon where he like took a saw and sawed California off and pushed it in the ocean. Well, I wish we could do that.
I mean,
but now think about it, though. 10 years from now, we'll go out there and get some cheap real estate. We can go almost start over like the Stone Age or something and just build it back better. Build back better. Oh, wait a minute. That's Joe Biden. Never mind.
So look at him. Build back better over here.
You can go out there in San Francisco, walk your dog, let him poop whatever, and then blame it on the homeless guy. No, there's that guy.
I'd be afraid I'd pick up the wrong poop. Like your dog. Your dog poops and you go put a little back.
You can't tell which one it is.
Looking around and say, that one's got peanuts in it.
That's what I was about to say because dogs don't eat peanuts.
Corn, yeah. My dog can't eat corn.
He ain't eating no corn. That's human feces.
Potty humor.
It's got a needle in it. That's not my dog's.
Somebody pooping a needle?
Yeah, the drugs are everywhere.
I guarantee you somebody pooped a needle.
Oh, my word. Let's see here. Let's
all
see what else we
rusted.
got going on over here.
It's good stuff.
We want to do any Chat GPT today?
No, but you had some funny
what did I have?
Those fake stories.
Oh, those fake stories about the Arkansas Gaming Commission.
The
AGFC. These are what are they called? They're
So look, folks. Last night or late yesterday, there was some. It was on Facebook.
I've seen several people actually report it though.
Yeah, and there were some stories here.
They're great stories.
By it looked like legit Arkansas Game Fish Commission,
and I was really hoping it was true.
And the problem is, it's far fetched, but no one was surprised when we read it.
The hippo one I didn't believe. It just sounded too wild.
But
the deer one.
But any story containing meth sounds true.
It does. So Arkansas. This came out from Arkansas Game Fish. It didn't have game and fish. See, that's the key. This is a satire. But look, we weren't surprised. We were like, this could happen in Arkansas. Bridget Watkins, 43, of Summit, Arkansas, who allegedly took fawns into her home and raised the deer with the intention of training them to attack hunters, was taken into custody Friday. Does anything seem far-fetched there?
Nothing crazy.
That seems just crazy enough to be true.
At the time of the arrest, Watkins was in possession of several grams of meth. Anything?
Nope. That sounds about right.
4 deer.
That's
now,
a norm.
This is where it starts to go wild. And stolen broken electronics. See, that's the part that seemed a little sketchy.
How
to
she
me.
knows it's broken?
Why would she steal a broken electronic?
They might have been broken until she got on meth. Took it apart.
Attention was drawn to Watkins when she began giving meth to the young deer, saying, okay.
I can see that.
We heard about a
squirrel getting
meth
meth.
squirrel.
Yeah.
They were caught. She was giving meth to the young deer, and they were caught rummaging through people's garages and back porches.
Nothing crazy
Nothing
there.
out of the ordinary there.
That happens.
Yeah, let me give their meth.
Now, this is where it started to go like, well, but a homeowner followed one of the deer back to Watkins' residence in an attempt to recover his property. He found himself face to face with Watkins, wearing only a duct tape bikini, disassembling his clock radio. So look, the duct tape bikini really wouldn't, but when they said the radio, that's when I thought.
Yeah, the deer stealing the electronics through me.
Yeah, and disassembling the clock radio. That's when I knew they're miming something. And this photograph of this person definitely fit the bill. You could see her with both meth, a duct tape bikini. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to see her with a duct tape bikini.
Let me tell you what my first thoughts were after hearing the story is. I was like, that was methed up.
I'd rather see her in a duct tape parka.
I knew it was coming.
A duct tape parka.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I know you
So then a few hours later, this is the one, because no one wants to do this. The hippo that escaped from the Mountain Home Hippo Rehabilitation Center yesterday has
That's
yet
what
to
threw
be
me.
located.
I was thinking of hippo rehabilitation.
It wouldn't be in Arkansas.
It was in Mountain
If
Home, wasn't
spotted, feel free to approach it and shoot it. Okay, so look, but when that one came out, I was like, oh, this can't be real.
We all know hippos.
We really
dangerous.
thought, look, the meth story did not seem so far-fetched.
With the deer, it sounded good, but
It sounded logical.
It did not seem so far-fetched. But out there somewhere today is some dude probably still drinking his Bud Light, driving his 1986 Ford truck, and he's told 4 people about the story about the lady, and he done seen her with the bikini on, stealing clock radios.
Oh, there's people around Mountain Home right now looking for hippos.
Yeah.
I have no doubt.
No doubt. Someone said, hey, did you hear the hippo got out?
The hippo.
Like, yeah, everybody knows about the hippo farm.
Yeah, so there was the hippo.
Wasn't that where Beanfest is? Is that Mountain
View.
View? Yes, Mountain View.
Mountain View, yeah.
Yeah.
In October sometime.
Oh, Gary's been a couple times.
I've been a few times.
Mountain Home was where, what lake is that?
North Fork?
White River.
Yeah, White River. Hippo might be a little cold for hippos.
Yeah.
Well, in Colombia, what's his name? Golly, we can't remember nobody's name.
We're getting old.
Medellin, he was, who's the drug lord from Colombia? Medellin.
Huh?
I don't know. Who
You talking about Chapo?
Chapo? El Chapo?
This is back in the 80s.
Oh, Scarface.
No,
I was saying.
he
Al
wasn't
Pacino.
No, he played him. Anyway, he brought the hippos into Colombia. One of them got hit by a car. The other thing got killed.
The hippo got hit by a car?
They're going to spend millions of dollars relocating this hippo.
Hey, boy, I can't remember.
See, we can't remember nothing.
I want to hippo.
Was it Hannibal? Anyway, there was
Pablo Escobar is the one.
No, there was a
okay.
I don't know, a country back. We're talking middle of the century. Whatever.
Boy, you're doing worse than me.
I don't want to do way off.
So the middle of the country or the middle of the century or middle east?
It's the middle
They
of
used to use war elephants.
Middle Earth.
They used to use war elephants. Was it Hannibal? I think it was Hannibal. They used war elephants.
Yes. Hannibal
They
used
were
elephants.
invading
Constantinople?
yes, that.
Constantinople.
Yeah, that's a hard word to say.
Constantine.
Yes. But I'm pretty sure it's Hannibal. Anyway, you know how they fought the war elephants? They lit pigs on fire and slapped them in the ass and made them, it freaked out the elephants. That story's terrible.
That was a terrible.
Look, I took a very interesting story and just made it horrible.
You just made it bad.
Yeah, I thought you were
I
talking
don't
about the
know
hippo.
whether to play conspiracy theory music or dad joke music.
I don't know.
I don't even know what to do with
that
it.
Just,
How about that? No,
we need a admonish button like
That one right
Crowder
there.
has. There we
Yeah,
go.
chirps.
Yeah, or what was it from Game of Thrones where they
I've never watched
rung
Game
the
of Thrones.
bell? What was it they said when she rang the bell? Shame.
Yeah, I need
Shame.
Let's get a shame button.
We'll get a shame
And
button.
that's where
I won't remember which button it is, but,
I mean,
but we'll do
why
shame
would
button.
label them? I mean, you can
I
label
mean,
that.
all you need is a Sharpie to just mark them.
Actually, I don't even need that, but we're gonna get a shame button.
He'll remember.
And look,
you hit the wrong button every time.
Next episode, we will be ready to start playing videos. You'll want to watch it on YouTube. We'll play some videos. And look, guys, we got another milestone we're hitting. We just had some pappies for hitting 10,000 downloads. We're 100 downloads of our podcasts, being the highest downloaded month we've had since we started this show.
Really?
Wow.
We'll do meth online for that.
And
I just want Pappy.
Adding in the YouTube,
Y'all can have a man.
adding in the YouTube, we're probably pushing up on 3,500, 4,000 downloads in 1 month. It took us about 6 months to get there first.
Well, it took us 80 episodes to get to 10,000 downloads.
It did, which is still not so bad. Not so bad.
I mean,
Yeah, our first.
like y'all heard it, we hit 20,000 downloads. We'll do meth on air.
Donnie, come
Jamie
back.
will.
We gotta sample
do
this
meth.
Pappy.
Yeah. Like,
What else y'all want to talk about this evening?
I don't know.
Trying to think what's what about the pull up the Kid Chicago?
You have mentioned that 10 times. I keep forgetting it.
Yes,
The
it's
Kid
a
and just let everybody know Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets.
I saw
He
that.
did.
Yeah.
He
They got some good receivers. Too.
they'll probably be pretty well, but he's just following old pull his pecker out everywhere he goes.
Who?
Brett Favre?
Yeah, Brett Favre.
Oh yeah, that's right. Brett.
All right, here's the story. Jamie's been wanting to talk about this one. Chicago teen charged with misdemeanor for stealing car, causing crash that killed baby and hurt 3 others. 2 Chicago teens have been charged with only a misdemeanor after they stole a car, crashed it into a pickup truck, ended up killing the baby and wounding 3 passengers. The boys are aged 14 and 17. The 17-year-old should probably be charged as an adult. They were speeding down West Washington Road, where they blew through an intersection and collided with a pickup truck carrying an adult woman and 3 children.
And are they back on the streets? I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
So the 17-year-old was driving.
Well,
No,
that's
the
why-
14-year-old
That's why they
Charlie.
wrecked.
Well, he ought to be
blew him
charged
on-
as
He
an
blew him
adult.
on the intersection.
All right, there we go. We didn't do the.
Yeah. That's terrible. But
Yeah, but a misdemeanor for killing I think it's like a 18-month-old kid, something like that.
Yeah.
So was this gang associated or were they just stealing cars? Because from my understanding, the gangs are recruiting young kids.
6-month-old.
Yep.
guy.
6 months.
Because they are looking for people to not be charged as adults because they know that they'll just get put back on the streets.
You know what
You're
it
seeing
sounds
this
like?
in Memphis.
It sounds like we need to charge kids as adults.
It looks
Well, it
like
depends on the crime. It depends on the instance.
Yeah, it
the
does depend
situation.
on the
There's so
crime.
many depends. Everyone wants the law to be black and white.
it's not.
And it's not. There's always insinuating circumstances.
All I can think is that's what Jill Biden says. There's so many depends. What? I don't get a cheer for that one.
No,
You know, I
I
had a
don't.
talk with a person today and goes, just out of blue, I think Joe Biden wears depends. I said, yeah, I do too. And walked away. I don't even know why we had that conversation. It was just
It
kind
makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, this is terrible. Though. So, a 14, 17-year-old kid steal a car. In the process, they kill a 6-month-old baby, and they get charged with misdemeanor.
Now, I do agree that I don't feel like this is a violent crime.
Really?
No, I don't, because if they just stole the car and then now they should be charged with manslaughter though.
But
Well,
if
that would
you
be
turn the
manslaughter for damn
car,
violent.
if you turn the car into a deadly weapon,
Well,
I mean, you said you don't feel like it's violent.
I
but
don't think it was
manslaughter is
violent. I've known people that I'm sure you guys have known people that have were speeding and gotten in a wreck and killed somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with that.
I don't know that I do.
I don't know if I know anybody personally, but I mean, I've heard of it happening.
Yes,
I'm aware it happened.
You're aware it's happened, but is that a violent crime that they did that they were speeding? They weren't trying to hurt nobody. I understand that, but I still feel like they should be not
hurt
released.
nobody.
Was this a stolen car?
It
Hurt
was.
nobody.
Yes.
Nobody needs nobody.
They were stealing a car. And
They stole the car.
and ran into another car.
But did they hold up somebody to steal the car? Did they just steal it?
I mean, I think the act of running into another
If there
vehicle
was a child
is
into it,
I understand
no,
there's
no.
a child
So
in
the
it.
vehicle they stole didn't have a child, but they hit a car that
they
had the
hit a
child in it.
car.
But obviously the intent, this wasn't like premeditated murder or anything like that. That's not what this is.
No, nobody's saying it's premeditated.
No, it wasn't. Now the premeditation was a stealing the car, I'm sure. But the not in killing them, I don't think they should be on the streets. Maybe should be
I agree
charged
with
with
you.
something like manslaughter or some sort.
Manslaughter, yeah.
Is what they should be doing because they weren't intentionally trying to kill somebody. They were being stupid, but they should not be on the streets. I think I think that's where we need to be. But But
So what's a good punishment?
right now they don't need to be on the streets. They need to be in jail.
or at least in children's custody, whatever,
or juvenile.
And then after they turn 18,
and then
move
after
to a prison.
Well, they're entitled to a jury. And I guess I guess when you're in youth or in juvenile, you don't get a jury trial, right?
I don't know,
but they're entitled to go through the process.
Now, I'd feel completely different if they held somebody up to take the car with a gun, and then take the car and then hit somebody. Then now we're talking about violent crime.
Me and Charlie had a discussion that I know I'm sides again another point here. Me and Charlie had a discussion the other day, and we disagreed on this, and it kind of surprised me. But I think if you're a felon for a non-violent crime, when you get out of jail, you should get your rights to Second Amendment back.
We had a whole argument about that.
We did, yeah, that's right.
Because I think that's when we decided you love Iraq, or Iranian,
because they have nuclear families.
No, I think that's way off. I think that was early on.
But we had a whole argument about that.
But I was kind of surprised.
We were split differently too.
Yeah, Donnie disagreed, if I remember.
I think maybe me and Donnie disagreed and Gary agreed with you, or either we all teamed up on you.
I think we teamed up against you.
I think a nonviolent felon should get their gun rights back.
So like a drug.
Dude,
it depends on the charge.
I have a friend who was duck hunting. And had some weed with him, and he's now a felon.
Yeah, that's not a violent offense. He wasn't trying to kill somebody. Nope. He was trying to kill a duck. I mean, I guess it was violent against the duck. So.
It's no worse than lighting those pigs on fire, but still.
But that was back
then.
But
the fact that I have no idea when or where it happened, it don't really matter.
The record of fire.
It depends on the charge, I think.
Charge.
Yeah. But like a blue collar criminal, somebody that embezzled, $100,000. I mean, are we going to punish them for the rest of their life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
gun.
Gun charge.
Yeah. I think we about. This thing went off.
I got one more story.
Okay.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
I saw this.
This is the last one too. So she trolls Bud Light with koozie for real women. She basically took a blue koozie, put her picture on it.
No, it's not just her. It's Real Women of Politics.
It is Real Women of Politics.
And there's a bunch of women who are politicians.
Oh, that's a terrible picture. It looks almost as bad.
Dude, every picture of her is terrible.
As Dylan Mulvaney. Ooh, that's a rough looking picture.
Dylan Mulvaney looks better than she does. I'm sorry. I love Sarah Huckabee, but
Sarah's awesome. I love Sarah.
Actually, she picked some of the worst looking women in.
Well, she's not doing it because they're hot. I mean, it's historical.
Yeah, but there's some good. Ricky Lake could have been on there, or
Ricky Lake.
No, I always call her Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake.
You talking about
the one that ran for governor? She her last name's Lake. I got her last name.
Was it Vicky? It was not Vicky Lake.
Not Vicky
Lake.
It's not Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake was a talk show host.
No, it ain't Ricky Lake for sure.
Look, I think Sarah Huckabee's
what's her name?
I like her, but I think she looks like the
Carrie Lake.
Carrie Lake.
Yeah.
I think she looks like the from Men in Black 2, the Ned suit or whatever. The guy with his face all.
I don't know. Stop talking about Sarah Huckabee. She's a strong woman.
She is a strong woman, and I like her politics.
But hey, it'd be hard to choke her out.
Real women in politics.
That'd be a 2-man job.
But look, you could put AOC on one of them. She's at least a real woman.
But you'd have to get the little eyes that move around.
Yeah, the big googly eyes.
We do that.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll order tonight. I'll order a koozie tonight.
And we'll glue our own little googly eyes
big
on
googly eyes.
And we're going to make it say real women, just like this, with her picture. Oh, my gosh.
That's it.
And we're going to show it live on the air.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, googly eyes. You could get Pelosi. They're real women.
They are real women.
We think they are. What about Michelle Obama?
Oh, the jury's out.
All right. I think we beat this horse. What's y'all's parting words? Marty, got to work on his parting words. Oh, there it goes. Marty, you go first. What's your parting words, Marty?
I just want to say thanks for watching and like and share.
Gary, parting words.
Hey, if you see Tucker Carlson over here the next week or two, I said it here first,
Mind your own business.
Fortenberry. You headed to CNN?
Morgan Wallen, you can go to hell.
All right, y'all. Look, if you see me on CNN or Fox or Jamie, y'all know the world has come to a damn end. But look, I'm definitely going to record our negotiations just like what's the name did. Hey, go like us. We love everybody.
I'm living in the clouds and I ain't gonna fall. Somebody done saved this
outlaw.